Alrighty. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Gonna be starting the stream in around 2 minutes. Not gonna wait too long. Just gonna do a quick voice check to make sure that you guys can hear me a-okay, etc., etc. How's it going, Julian? How's it going, Jason? You got Ben and Cherry here too, and the beautiful, the gorgeous Krisha as well. By the way, while you guys are here, while we wait, think of which altcoin you guys want me to cover next and leave a comment down below, not in the chat section, a comment. So that way I can, keep a track of which coins are voted for the most and I'll cover that coin next. I'm considering covering Solana. I was going to do Ethereum, but the last Ethereum video didn't get too much of a reception, so I'm guessing people aren't interested in Ethereum. But let me know. I'll go with what you guys want. But hey, before we begin, do let me know if you guys can hear me a-okay, because I don't want to start the analysis and then have to redo it. This is going to be relatively short, to the point. The goal over here is to help you guys decide, should you start getting into Arbitrum here or should you wait and get into low prices? How's it going, Roberto? Oh, my voice is cutting in and out. Is it just for Noah or for the rest of you as well? Alrighty, so a couple of you say it's fine, so I'm guessing it's fine. Don't want to spend too much time trying to troubleshoot this. Okay, cool. Ajay says it's fine too. Okay, so I think we should be ready to go. I'm just gonna make sure I have all my tabs ready, and boom, boom, boom. Alrighty, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you back to the Mango live stream. Welcome to the Mango Grove. We are going to be emphasizing a focus on altcoins over the next few weeks. We've been focusing on Bitcoin since November, right? Building a position, etc., etc. Now that trade is going well. Now the big question is, when should we be looking to get into altcoins? How aggressively should we be looking to get into altcoins? And we're going to be doing ARB today, right? I've been getting a few questions from people via PM. Hey, Sean, what do you think about ARB? Should I start getting into it? It could go to $100 apparently, just like Solana did. It's only sitting at $1, etc., etc. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on how you can approach scaling into your position, and if it doesn't go well, how to exit your position, and value buy areas in case it doesn't go well, right? If prices do come down, where you can start kind of guesstimating as to what would be a good value buy on this governance token, apparently. But again, we're not here to be ARB maxis or Optimism maxis or Ethereum maxis or Bitcoin maxis. Our job, as always, is to build that stash, to give our loved ones, our family, a better life, roof on top of our heads, food on the plate, right? That's all that matters. And we're going to trade the opportunity in the charts, and we might see opportunity here. Okay, there is opportunity on the chart, massive opportunity actually. So let's start with how can we? Let me just go ahead and double check that you guys can hear me. Okay, everything's okay, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, hit the likes, guys, if you haven't already. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying these kind of videos, these altcoin videos, and it motivates me to do more of these. Okay, so yeah, long story short, should you buy here? In my opinion, no. I don't think that this is a good spot to be buying Arbitrum. Okay, we'll go ahead and talk about a bit of history on Arbitrum over here in regards to how it got released into the markets and its price action. Because this is the third time we're looking at Arbitrum. The first time we looked at Arbitrum was during a live stream where we spotted this head and shoulders, and we're like, this could very well break down and come down to the bottom of the range. Okay, and that's exactly what it did, right? This left shoulder, head, and right shoulder broke down over here, broke the neckline, and came down to the bottom of the range. We then looked at it again over here at the bottom of the range, and me personally, I was hoping for it to break down. Okay, I was looking for it to break down because I wasn't interested in being a buyer at around the dollar region. I was looking more for a value buy, like a cheaper buy at around the 75-cent mark and 80-cent mark, right? I kind of have it marked out over here for myself. You guys can go ahead and take a screenshot of this too if you wish, but don't note down that this is where Sean is going to be buying, so I should be buying here, because that number is actually beginning to change now, depending on what the market does. Okay, so I was looking for this to break down, but at the time when we were looking at it, I'm like, guys, this doesn't look like it wants to break down, right? Especially when we saw this wick over here. By the way, looking at this on the 4-hour time frame, okay, Arbitrum does not have enough price history. It's not a mature enough chart yet to be looking at this on the daily and the weekly. You're kind of forced to look at this on the lower time frames. It has just reached a point where you can start looking at this on the 12-hour time frame. Okay, you can't look at this on the daily yet either. But as it matures, the trade will become more and more mango, and hey, may give us better buys. So we're looking at the 4-hour time frame. It was looking like we wanted it to break down, but it didn't look like it wanted to. Right? It was seeing support of this range low right over here, right, coming in from these candles here. So okay, cool, but that doesn't mean you just FOMO into the trade. At the time, there were better opportunities in my opinion, and again, just doing a double check on the audio. There are far too many times, guys, that I have gone on with the live stream and the audio cuts off. Okay, cool, everything seems a-okay. So yeah, we bounce off the range, showing us that, hey, Arbitrum is respecting TA. Another thing that I was looking at is one thing that you guys can double check on to make sure that the chart that you're trading is respecting TA is just use your fib tools, and you can go ahead and mark your high to low really quickly, and your golden pocket area, which is essentially the 618 region and the 65 region, right? That's what I like to use. You can see that that's precisely where we had our distribution. The market distributed itself, right? A head and shoulders formation, guys, is a classic distribution formation. Market distributor there showed us confirmation that, hey, this market is respecting TA. So you can use that to your advantage to get into your long-term view on Arbitrum, right? If you have a fundamental analysis, fundamental view where you think this is gonna go to $100, right? Use the TA, because the market is using TA. Bots and algos need a objective way to decide where to buy, where to sell, where to distribute, where to accumulate, etc., right? That's why technical analysis works. Okay, so it was respecting TA, bounced off the range over here, and guess where it got rejected when it bounced off the bottom of the range? The neckline of the head and shoulders. Now it's come back down to the bottom of the range. And now you might be saying, hey, Sean, it's sitting in the middle of nowhere. Actually, no, not really. Because now that we have this bounce of this region over here, guys, we now have a new horizontal that we can place right over there. Okay, so we can go now and mark this area off as another box. So we have two necklines, top of the range and the bottom of the range. Okay, so Arbitrum seems to be respecting this level over here. Now let's go ahead and talk about the bad news and the good news. The reason I don't like this chart is, let's go ahead and first remove all of this. Okay, cool. The reason I don't like the chart and the reason I like this chart and how things can turn around. Okay, so we'll start with why I don't like this chart. We're going to go ahead and hide the head and shoulders as well. Where is it? Right over here. Do I have it? Okay, right over here. Cool. So if you just look at the structure of the chart, guys, you're going to notice lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. I have marked it out for you guys already, starting all the way from over here. Technically, if you look at the initial high coming in around $1.60, this is a lower high too, right? So lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Structurally, lower highs on each big thrust to the upside. What we want to see is these lower highs be taken out, and we'll come to that very, very soon. So this is the bad news. Lower highs are essentially your descending structure, right? Your descending structure, and we have a zone over here that we marked out. So this is essentially your descending triangle, okay, which is considered a bear structure. But it's considered bear structure, guys, because of the lower highs. It shows that on each up thrust up, the market is coming in and being eager to sell, eager to sell, eager to sell. It only turns into an activated structure, though, once we break the bottom of the structure, essentially the base of the structure, the base of this descending triangle, which is coming in at around $1.13, $1.10. If we do break that, there's a measured move that you can look for, which is, you can go ahead and mark it out. This is the conservative way to do it, where you take the second head, second low high. And hey, I actually haven't done this before, right? But it's actually lining up very closely to the value area that we talked about in the beginning of our analysis in our, like, couple of weeks ago, or whenever this was done, this head and shoulders, I said, hey, I'd be a lot more eager to buy at around 75 cents to 80 cents, right? And this measured move is pointing to around 83 cents. Okay, so I like that. I like that. So yeah, the break of this descending triangle would point down to that area, right? Similarly, though, this structure can get invalidated. The bear structure can get invalidated once we take out these lower highs to the upside. Right? So if these lower highs get taken out to the upside, suddenly the market is going to change its view on how it's responding to the price action over here, and it's going to start looking for an uptrend instead. So this downtrend is going to get deactivated, and we're going to look for an uptrend. At that point, you can look for a move all the way up to new highs, $1.67-ish, $1.70-ish, right? But we haven't done that yet, so don't get ahead of yourself. So how do you play? How do you play this? There are two ways to play this, okay? One is the more aggressive play, especially if you have a longer term view on Arbitrum, right? And you're willing to dollar cost average into this one. That play would be essentially accumulating at the $14, $15 level, okay? Because at that point, what you're gunning for, guys, is a bounce off the zone and us taking out these lower highs over here, coming in at $1.26 and $1.30-ish, right? So you're looking for a bounce of $1.13, where you accumulate your position and your trade gets really in the, it starts looking good only if we take out $1.30. Up until then, you're still waiting for invalidation, and that invalidation is going to be $1.12, right? If you lose $1.12, like you see 2 4 candles underneath the zone, we're going to be coming down hard. At the moment, this is looking like a bear flag, right? It's looking like it wants to break through the zone, but it doesn't mean that it needs to. This could squeeze here, guys. This could squeeze here and then break through, right? So that's what the aggressive bulls will be looking for. This squeeze, this descending triangle turning into a bullish structure. And it's going to turn to a bullish structure just by the nature of it breaking to the upside and taking out those lower highs, okay? But that's only if you want to be aggressive on this one, right? I personally wouldn't. What I would do is wait for that low high to get taken out and then wait for the higher low. What do I mean by that? Essentially, we are waiting for this low high to get taken out. And then when price comes down over here, when it rejects this neckline one more time and comes down here, I'll be bidding that high low on the retest of this trend line and then looking for that upside, okay? Until then, though, I'll just sit and watch to see if this breaks. Because if this breaks and comes all the way down here, that's where I get really, really interested in this, right? That's when it becomes a bigger, longer term trade where you can look for a much bigger move. Because at that point, if it gets to the same targets, we're looking at a move from around 75 to around $1.30. That's a good 76% move, okay? I want to quickly show you guys CoinGecko. This is basically coins listed based on market cap. And if you scroll all the way down over here, you're going to see Arbitrum is already sitting at around a 1.2 billion market cap or something, 1.5 billion market cap. And personally, I've been staying away from coins that are this high in market cap. But this gets a tad bit worse if you go ahead and adjust it according to fully diluted valuation, FDV. You're going to see that Arbitrum is pretty much sitting in the top 10 to top 15, right? Where is it? I'm missing it. Wait, I haven't filtered it. I haven't filtered according to market cap. Let's go ahead and filter to FDV. What am I doing? I'm all over the place. Okay, what the hell is Edgecoin? Okay, so right now what I've done, guys, is I've filtered this list according to FDV, and you can see that Arbitrum is pretty much in the top 15 at the very least over here, right? The FDV is a bit ridiculous. Let's go ahead and look at it. $11 billion fully diluted valuation. So you have to keep that in mind when looking at where you want to get your longer term positions and how likely it is going to be bid up by the market to those numbers, right? At this juncture of the market, we are not in the bull phase. We've been saying that for a very, very long time, Mango. We are not in that parabolic bull phase where we see crazy valuations of these coins yet. We are not there yet. So we got to be reasonable with what we can expect with these kind of coins. It could get to crazy numbers. It could get to, like, people have crazy numbers, right, for Arbitrum. It could get there. Like, who the hell knows? And at that point, you're going to see Ethereum and Bitcoin, etc., go to crazy numbers too. But at the moment, I'm not too keen at a dollar level because my upside for the longer term trade is just not there. I'll have to trade this on the mid time frames and get out of the trade because at a certain valuation, there's just no more edge left, right? Where I'd rather be in Ethereum at that point. I'd rather be in a lower cap, mid cap at that point. So at this juncture, not too interested. Let's go ahead and delete my drawings, right? Personally, I'm not too interested until it starts an uptrend. There's no reason for me to buy into a downtrend when the valuation of this is already so freaking high, right? So that's just how I'm looking at it. When this first came out, guys, I was a lot more keen at buying around 80 cents because at that point you could see, if it did break down, you would likely see around a bigger move to the upside if it bounced back, right? Now, however, if this breaks down, I'm actually going to be looking more towards the 50-cent region, maybe even lower, because around that point, the market cap becomes a tad bit more appetizing for a longer-term trade. And a lot of you guys might be saying, hey, Sean, wait a minute, you have 30 cents marked out over there too, because that may seem unreasonable for a lot of people. But believe me, guys, those numbers that you guys think are unreasonable are often the numbers that do get hit in any sort of liquidity event or market crisis event or big bear market event, right? Who knows, an exchange goes down again, or like there's some scare coming in from regulations, etc., etc. These numbers do get hit. I remember when I asked Krisha on a live stream, Krisha, what are your thoughts on 16,000 Bitcoin getting hit? And her exact response was, that's not going to happen, right? And I'm like, that's exactly why I think it's going to happen. Because she said, that's not going to happen. And then I asked her, what if it does? What if it does? And she said, that's going to suck, right? That's what she said. That's going to suck. Because that pain point, right, guys, the market hunts out the pain point. And if there are Arbitrum holders who are going to look at 30 cents as a massive pain point, right, the market will seek that pain point. And that's opportunity for you. Until then, there's other opportunity in the market, a really good opportunity that you can tap into. Don't get too fixated on this one. So these lower highs over here, we're looking for those lower highs to break. We're looking for the uptrend to start. And that's when the trade becomes a lot more easier to ride the trend, keeping it mango, keeping it stress-free. Until then, though, you could either be aggressive on this one if you have a fundamental viewpoint and bid $1.12. That being said, if it breaks, guys, you need to be disciplined and get out of the trade. You need to be disciplined and get out of trade because it could get ugly. And unless you're willing to wait for a larger dip over here, you're willing to go through that, just get out and reposition. Get out and reposition, right? Another thing you can look for, by the way, and this is a good contingency plan. If it breaks down over here and then turns back up and breaks back up over there, that's going to be bullish. That's going to be bullish because that would mean that this was a bull trap, right? What am I saying, man? I'm freaking tired. I just had a massive squat session, guys, so I'm freaking tired. I'm tired. But yeah, that would be a trap right over there, a liquidity hunt, and essentially people will be looking to short that. The bears would get trapped in their positions over here, and then we'd go to the upside. I'd be really keen. That's what would make me really, really excited about that trade at that point because I know there's trap bears over here at this point who'd be feeling the pain and looking to exit at higher prices, right? And when they turn into exiters of their short traders, they're turning into buyers at higher prices, and that's buy pressure to the upside. Okay, so that's Arbitrum. We can also look at this on the 12-hour time frame. right? You can see that it's beginning to put in a very bear structure over here. Not a big fan. What you guys can also do, by the way, is on the Mango dashboard. If you guys don't have the Mango dashboard available at app.mangoresearch.co, there is a way for you to get the dashboard for free. All you have to do is refer other people and you will get access to the dashboard for free, right? So go ahead and use a referral account. I think there's a sale going on at the moment too. Oh wait, there's a 7-day free thingy. You can use it for free for 7 days too. That's another way you can use it for free. Okay, so ARB, let's go ahead and filter out ARB USDT. Remember, the chart is still maturing, so we don't have enough price action for the 12-hour and the daily. Something you may want to do is go ahead and hit your add favorite, and then go ahead and hit your alert as well right over there. Set the alert, and when this trend does flip from short to neutral or long, you're a lot more ready to get into the trade. That way you're not like, constantly obsessing about the chart. Has it broken up? Has it broken up? Because if you keep looking at something, guys, you're more likely to just cave and make a stupid decision, right? So just set alerts. Try to automate all your decision processes as much as possible. Be like, no, I'm going to only get in if XYZ happens. I'm going to exit for sure if ABC happens. And most of the time, guys, the exit is far more important than your entry, right? So even if you do enter here, right, you say this is a good enough place for me to enter. I'm fine here. Think about your exit. It's not a trade unless you have a clear exit defined. Okay, and the good thing about this trade on ARBO here, guys, is the fact that the exit is very clearly defined. This chart is very neat. It's following TA very well. Look at those lower highs. Look at that base neckline, you could call it, of the descending triangle. If that breaks, you don't want to be sitting in that trade. It's free fall. It's free fall until we reclaim that neckline. Okay. Do I think this breaks to the downside? Honestly, I don't think so. I wouldn't bet on that. But at the same time, I wouldn't bet on buying this either, right? Because if I look at what Bitcoin's doing at the moment, it's just hard to see a coin break down like that. But if it does, that's actually ugly, right? Why would a coin break down like that when you're seeing like its USD value is not holding while Bitcoin is pumping to the upside? It means that there's way too many sellers too keen on selling this asset, and I'd be looking further down, right? I would wait for the trend reversal, liquidity trap, hunt, etc. And until then, just look further down, because this is looking ugly considering what the rest of the market, or rather what Bitcoin is doing, right? If it breaks down. At the moment, also just getting trashed. All right. So with that, guys, I'm going to wrap up over here. There's probably a couple of things I'm missing that I did want to talk about. Lower highs. Oh yeah, one saving grace as well in regards to the bulls. If you're looking at this through a bullish angle, is that we kind of have higher lows, especially if you're looking at the candle closes and we ignore the wicks. We have high lows, right? But this is another way that you can analyze the chart. Look at the slope. Right? Okay, look at the slope. Slope analysis of the lower highs versus the slope analysis of the high lows. In fact, we don't even have high lows really if you're looking at the wicks, right? If you're looking at the wicks, you'll be marking out this and that guy there, and it's not as aggressive as the bears. So now if you look at it through this picture, you suddenly have a bear flag forming right at the point of breakage, which is not something I like. So to answer your questions, guys, should you buy ARB over here? I'd say wait, because you may just get a really good buy at lower prices. And sometimes the best trade is no trade. Remember that. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. There are better trades, in my opinion, much better looking charts. So until then, guys, do the Mango way, do the easy way. Let me know in the comments down below which coin you want me to cover next. I'll try to do one more later today. Again, the comment section, not in the live chat. Cheers, guys. And let me try and get the end stream screen. Can I get it? Yes, I did. Perfect. Alrighty.